Chicka chicka you, what up, gangsters?
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby.
Hey guys, so this isn't my usual setting. So yeah, if you guys are surprised, I'm actually right now on vacation, and I wanted to do an Aries reading. I wanted to do the Aries reading, but because it is your birthday and it's also my birthday this week, I wanted to do a reading for you guys, like that was a little extra special. Okay, so this weekend I'm out here with my family, and I'm met up with a very dear friend of mine who's a Scorpio, and she gifted me a new deck, and I had just got a new deck as well. So I'll be using two new decks with you guys. The first one is the Beyond Lemurian Oracle cards, which is super cute, super cute, and I love the artwork. And the Starseed Oracle deck, which I also love so much. The artwork is also very beautiful. It's just lighter in essence. I feel like this energy for this one is very creative. I'm still feeling her out though, but with her she's very light. She's a very light deck, very etheric, right? But yes, this is the deck. These are the decks, and this one right here still has a thing to film on. I'm gonna take it off right here. Okay, so then we have my trusted dusty past life deck. So what I'm gonna do, since I want to do still, you know, because I've been doing the past life. Oh, by the way, you know, everyone's sleeping, so if you hear snoring in the background or whatever the case, you know, almost everyone's asleep except my youngest. She's watching me do this video. She thinks that I'm not noticing that she's watching me. But yeah, let's get started with one first card. Okay, so we have Medicine Man or Woman. So what we're doing is that we're going to look into your past life, the one that is the most effective right now, like affecting you the most. And you know, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone, but I feel like it can apply in the sense that at some point, all of us as Aries, I believe if you're watching this video, at some point you had to have been some sort of healer. Okay, and I think the reason why this card is coming up right now specifically for you guys is because this is what is being awakened within you right now. Okay, there's a lot of activation going on right now with so many of us, but we are starting a new year. Okay, astrologically speaking, it is a spring equinox. So even with you know, elementally speaking, we are starting a new year. So I feel that there's a lot of energy right now of birthing, and within this birthing, you know, we are bringing in the light of the past, bringing in all the lessons of the past, anchoring them in everything that has been transmuted, everything that has been, what's that word, grounded, everything, all of that is being brought in to us, especially as Aries, because we are the leaders of the pack. Okay, the zodiac wheel, we are the leaders of the pack, meaning we have to go through the initiation first. So that also means that so much of it is new to us, as far as how it happens. Now, what is happening could be something that is a trigger from past lives, a trigger from different timelines, different dimensions, all roll in one. And I believe that many of us, if you're watching this video specifically as well, I do believe we are being awakened into a almost rite of passage as an Aries, but not necessarily for us, but the way that we are bringing in for the other signs. So if your life is kind of messy right now, or not necessarily messy, I don't really like that word, but more so like if your life is like kind of like shaky, and there's a lot of things going on around you, people around you are kind of gravitating towards you, and it's just kind of like so much is just being brought in, like the awareness of yourself is just of yourself and others is just really coming in for you. Like you're just tuning into all the signs. It's almost like it's happening on its own. There's like no turning back. It's an activation of those gifts from the past, from your past life, specifically this lifetimes that you had as a healer. Specifically those lifetimes, because we've had lifetimes, and if you're watching this, then more than likely you have had many lifetimes of many different forms, man or woman. Okay? And I believe that we were different expressions of the human mind, different expressions of the soul, you know, in different times, even from the future. And because the way that past life works is not the same as how past lives we think they work. Okay, the way that they unify is like, if something ends here in this reality, right? Something ends here in this reality, like a human life ends here in this truth, in this reality, 2021, right? That consciousness, that soul of that person can easily come and reincarnate back into this world in as like in like, I don't know, 1920, okay, 1890, 1820, okay, 1330, all right, 1240, all right, and I'm speaking in terms of long time ago, maybe even before Christ, even, you know, and Lemurian, like ancient times, right? And I think that's why for me, I was gifted this Lemuria card deck right after I bought the Starseed deck, because I really do feel like there's so much of this activation of remembering at a soul level. Okay, it's like we are being fine-tuned, all right, by our higher selves, our spiritual guides, all right, God, the frequency in which we operate from. All right, so that's why if your soul has a higher calling, and if you're watching this video and your soul has a higher calling, but you're still struggling to move away from messy situations, you're struggling to move away from situations in which there's a lot of chaos, or situations in which you're still being triggered, there's still so much, then that means there's a part of you, there's an aspect of you that is blocking that activation from coming through into full scope. Does that make sense? Like, there's that aspect of you, there's still all that, because by now, as Aries, we should be at a different space, because we should be the example. Because being the first of the zodiac doesn't just mean you get all these, like, I don't know, what's that word, you know, you get all this credit or like admiration or like, you know, being number one, or it's not that. Because being an alpha, being the leader of a pack requires so much responsibility. It requires you to go through so much darkness to really show your pack what you're made of. Okay, and if you're falling short in any area of your life and you haven't allowed yourself to really see yourself, you haven't allowed yourself to lead yourself, okay, because it's all good and done if you're leading other people, as in the sense of like you showing other people what needs to be done, you telling other people what they need to know, right? Like, oh, telling people their truth. Like, okay, sure, but have you done that to yourself? Is that part of you where you're trying to tell people the truth, coming from a space of actual love, of like having already transformed? Or is it coming from a space of, I'm still holding on to this perception of myself that, you know, I can do no wrong. Like I only know truth. I only have the sword of righteousness. You were not giving that sword just to misuse it. Okay? You have to use it in a way in which it will not only help you but help your pack, because that is the responsibility of a leader. And yes, there might be a lot of expectations for you, but that is how it should be for a leader. Hold on, give me a second. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go into the reading with the other cards, okay? So this is the past life that's affecting you the most right now, because you are the leader of the pack. Your life is being affected in different ways. Perhaps in a deeper way if you haven't allowed yourself to go through the transformation, through the dark nights of the soul. If you have, then you are anchoring in this energy of a healer. You're anchoring in this energy of a medicine woman. And that is what you are being asked to present yourself as within your dynamics, within your friend groups, your soul family. You might be activated so much that the soul family just finds you. Okay? Okay, so with that being said, let's go into the other part of our reading. Now, what we need to know, I'm going to just go into this, what it is that as Aries, you guys need to focus the most, or what energy is not affecting you, but what energy is it that you need to focus the most on at this very moment in your life, for whoever is watching this video. Okay, no matter what, my intention is that whatever message comes through will be a message that is needed by anyone that comes through this video, whether you are a cross watcher or whether you are an Aries. Here we go. Star ancestors. Yes, very much so. Just give me 1 second, guys. I need to push. Okay, that's better. My back was hurting a lot, so I was landing down. So, hi. How are you guys? I am so happy. Like, I'm so elated, so grateful for every single one of you who comes through my videos and watches my videos all the way through. I'm so deeply grateful for everyone and everything in my life, every single person in my life. I'm so grateful for even those who have come into my life and have left. So our first card is Star Ancestors. Now, because it is the deck that I just got, I want to read what it says, but it basically goes hand in hand with what I was saying. Okay, that activation of inner wisdom. It says here, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So you're still finding yourself, if you need guidance, but and you're right here right now, you're still finding yourself needing guidance. You're still finding yourself kind of teeter-tottering between your past self and your former self in this timeline and this reality, and you teeter-totter between letting go of your old ways or using them for your advantage in a new way, but a new way that's healing. Okay? Healing. That is what you're meant to be focusing on right now. Allowing yourself to understand any dark aspects of yourself, any shadow aspects of yourself, anything that is coming up to the forefront for you to face, for you to really check yourself. I know you don't want to hear this right now, especially on your birthday, or on your birthday, birthday month, your birthday season, but at the end of the day, you know you need the truth above all else. And if right now you're finding yourself still not fully activated in the sense of like you're not living and embodying your full truth when it comes to this, and you know what I mean by this, because Aries, you are highly intuitive, and if you're still not fully embraced in this aspect of your life, in this aspect of yourself, you haven't fully embraced that part of you, then this is a wake-up call for you. But if you have, this is a confirmation and an affirmation for you that you are on the right track. All right, if you're finding yourself just from day to day being more in awareness, like you somehow find yourself just like feeling like your eyes just were open, like things are coming into your reality that are just like so profound, but you're not wavering, right? You're not wavering, you're standing in your ground. Then I do believe this is a moment for you to really stay steady and grounded in your unwavering gratitude. Okay, you know that has been the key for you. All right, Aries, so stay in your unwavering gratitude to allow yourself to be activated. Be true to who you are in the sense of your soul. True to your soul. Because every single soul, whether you, no matter who you are, all Aries, all signs, okay? Not just Aries, but all signs. Every person, every single soul has their own original blueprint of their soul, okay? So as your soul activation is coming more and more into the forefront for you, you need to really anchor yourself to your truth. Really anchor yourself to your soul. Nurture your soul. Nurture all the aspects of yourself. Allow yourself to be well balanced. All right? From the highest aspect of yourself to the lowest aspect of yourself. Yeah, because it's all necessary to be balanced. If you're avoiding that lower aspect of yourself and never facing it and pretending it doesn't exist and just suppressing it, that part of you is probably right now trying to, wake you up. But if you have already acknowledged that aspect of yourself and you have acknowledged all aspects of yourself, then it's imperative you stay steady with a commitment you have made to yourself and your soul, that you stay steady in whatever it is you have truly understood now about yourself and your soul and your path and your purpose. Okay, like if you have committed, stay committed. All right, and if this goes for a relationship, perhaps that's what it is for you too. Now let's go into with the Lemurian deck, which I'm so excited to use, and let's see what we get for you guys. This will be our conclusion. Okay, how we're going to close off this reading. All right, these cards are pretty deep, so I felt like I didn't really need to get more out. And honestly, when it comes to intuition, I feel like your intuition will speak to you, and a card is just a tool. Okay, the card is just a tool. It's like a book. You can read a book and not retain the knowledge, right? It's the same with cards. If you're trying to go into reading, like reading cards or any of that type of, if you're going into that type of work, spiritual work, obviously, like I think that many of you are, I do believe that it's imperative for you to understand that cards are just the tools. It is your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit that brings in the message that is imperative and important and necessary. Because don't chase that's another thing I think I needed to come into maybe this what of course this is a card that needed to come through. Shine your light, number 44. You might be seeing 44 a lot. I have been seeing 44 a lot, and that's definitely an activation for you right there. Okay, I'll go into what this means in a little bit, but what I was trying to say is that it's imperative for you to understand that when it comes to your medicine, when it comes to your gifts, when it comes to what you're sharing, it needs to come from a place of integrity. Okay, it needs to come from a place of humbleness, gratitude, but also knowingness, also anchored in why you were even pushed to get into that direction of being of awakening that medicine woman, pushed into that direction, like those instincts of yours to be a leader and to put that platform out there. And if you're let's say you're a reader, right, and you're a YouTuber, you watch YouTube videos, and you make readings, you actually have a YouTube channel. Let's say some of you have YouTube channels. Go back. Somewhere around there, you wrote somewhere in your diary, in your journal, somewhere you wrote your ideas and they came into fruition. Or somewhere you talked about it. Maybe you made a video in the very beginning. Okay, whatever the case, go back to that part of you. Okay, go back to that you that started, and listen to yourself, give yourself a message. Go and read those things, or go and take a break from making videos and then remember where you originally intended to go. Of course, we evolve. Yes, I hear you. We evolve, we change, we grow. Sometimes our likes change. You are allowed to change. You're allowed to be all the things, okay? But at the end of the day, there is a part of us as Aries that want to chase certain competition type of energy, as opposed to going with what is for us in receiving. You see, that energy is different. There's a chasing dynamic, and then maybe changing the way that your videos go in a direction that doesn't suit your soul or suit what you originally had created. Now, I'm not saying that you need to stick with the same thing, but in the energy of integrity is what is at stake here. Okay, so are you reading for you, or are you reading as a service, as the medicine that you are here to provide? Of course, it's for us as well. Yes, I understand. It is necessary for us to, celebrate ourselves. Hey, I'm celebrating myself right now. I'm on vacation. I'm traveling. Like, celebrate yourself. Yes, very much so. But also put yourself in a space how you put others before they're trustworthy. Make those annual or however you want to call them. Okay, let's say, think of it in a boss mentality, right? Because we're all bosses as Aries. Many of us can be bosses. Many of us are business owners. And if this is speaking in terms of a business, this also applies. Okay, think of it in terms of a boss. Check in with yourself. Okay, as your own boss, check in with yourself. All right, be your own boss to yourself. Check in with yourself. All right, so let's go into what shine your light is. Aside the obvious, which is shining your own light, which is really embracing the fact that you have a light to give to others. All right, hold on. All right, guys, so I got the book, and I'm gonna read to you what it says. Shine your light, doing what you love, time to thrive, giving from the overflow, life purpose, being authentically you. Okay, then we have compassionate self-empowerment, loving life, trying things you resonate with, bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. You are amazing. There is no one like you, and no one can do you as you can. Yet, we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self. You may feel obliged to be something or someone. You may have stopped doing some of the things you love due to time or energy restraints. When you take time to do what truly makes you shine each day, you will light up and bring joy to other people's worlds. As you go about your life, you will have a sense of purpose and feel naturally inspired to fulfill your responsibilities. You will also have more energy and love to overflow. Doing what we love can bring so much goodness to our hearts that it filters into our other areas of our life. Yet, when life is demanding more of us, we give up the things we love to make way for more practical pursuits. When we finally come back to these pursuits, we wonder why we waited. For much of my life, I did not paint as I thought it was self-indulgent. I questioned how doing that, what I love, could be beneficial to others. Now, the constant messages of gratitude I receive for anchoring my visions on canvas make me wonder how I ever thought that way. The artist who created these cards. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with other people's lives. There can also be a strong cultural belief that fulfilling a created need is selfish. The irony here is that tending to our own needs harms none, and we will have a lot more to give. It is time for us to collect our light and shift the vibration here on earth, starting with our inner sense of being. Try those things you have always wanted to explore. Weave enjoyment through your day-to-day experience. Find purpose and the inspiration to spring out of bed in the morning. It is time to thrive. Here are some questions that you can ask yourself so that whatever comes through when watching this video or after watching this video, it could be a way for you to even go a little deeper for yourself. So here are some questions. Where can you find your light? When you have a purpose, you will also have limitless energy and no joy. Where can you grow enthusiasm in your life? Where in your life can you grow enthusiasm? Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions so you can harness your light. Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions. All right? So every time that you create Aries, where are you creating it for? How? Why? Are you being stagnant? Like, are you remaining stagnant? Or are you allowing yourself to really go towards a life, create a life that makes you spring out of bed? Or at least that motivates you to. Consider how you can be more aligned, okay? So how can you be more aligned? Where can you start? Baby steps, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself if you're still in a place where you feel like it's so far away. Don't overwhelm yourself from trying to get from point A to point Z in a matter of days. No, allow yourself to take that baby step to B, okay, from A to B first, then to C, then exactly. But make sure that whatever it is, that B aligns where you see the path. You see it. Like, okay, if I do this one thing may not be a big thing for what I really want to accomplish at the end of my goal, or what I really need to, or feel like I should, or I feel like is my truth and my soul's purpose, or my dreams, what it is that I really want to anchor into this reality, what it is I really want to express. And then tell yourself, okay, you know what? It's one step, and it might not be the ideal step for people in the sense of like, oh, like, you know, you could even judge yourself like, well, I could do more than that. Allow yourself to be compassionate and understanding with yourself the way that you are with others when people are learning, okay? And take that first necessary step. Look at it as a job. Like, you know, you like attention to detail. I know you do, because I know I do. So one of the many things that I like to do when it comes to my work, I like attention to detail. So focus on that aspect. Focus on the fact that there is one detail that needs to go here before that other detail is laid down. Understand? Okay. Then it says, it may be time to return to something you enjoyed but stopped doing for no good reason. So what is it that you stopped doing that you fully enjoyed? What is it that sparked joy in you? That maybe you tell yourself, oh, I don't have the energy for it. Oh, I have to work. I don't have the time for it. You can have the time for it if you really wanted to. You don't have to scroll through Instagram or TikTok, or, you know, scroll through just like timelines or social media or videos on YouTube if that's what you do. You know, you don't have to, like, I don't know, watch a series on TV. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm suggesting that there is time in your day if you really wanted it to. I know you want to unwind, but you could also unwind and add that part of you that sparks joy within you. I mean, if you truly love something, you won't care about replacing it with like, I don't know, hours of scrolling, right? Hours of scrolling Instagram. Replace it. Of course, you don't have to replace you watching a favorite series, because I get it. But maybe replace certain times where you do feel like you're wasting time, and you know it. okay? But be compassionate with yourself. It says, you are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment. Compassionate empowerment. That's where it is. That is the key, all right? Allow yourself to really anchor into that empowerment of self. Like, yeah, I know my truth, right? But also being compassionate with yourself. And at the same time, in that compassion, be compassionately disciplined, okay? And it says here, you are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. Because this is something that will help you in bringing in, anchoring in that which is meant to be your path. Okay? Which is meant to be what you are going to give as medicine to others. And as your past lives come into your mind and go like the wind, allow yourself to let that activation come in its reality. Allow that activation to be true, in the sense of like, stop suppressing your soul's truth. Stop being afraid of your truth. As much as people think that Aries are brave, I know our truth. I know the truth. The truth is that we do have fears. We just often have a lot of courage, but we have a lot of fears. And what the reason why I think people say we have no fear, it's, I think, because we just show when we're gonna, make the move. We don't show when we're struggling about making the move, if that makes sense. But I do feel that ultimately, allow yourself to anchor in the soul's truth for yourself, okay? If it means taking some time for yourself away from everything, all right, do that for you, okay? Allow yourself to be exactly where you need to be, okay? Get yourself into that flow of gratitude and where gratitude takes you, as opposed to where there's restriction, there's blocking, there's diminishing, there's sucking of your life force. And this could be you to you, by the way. If you're not anchoring in that truth, if you're not allowing yourself to look past those blocks, okay, Aries? So, with that being said, I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Aries season, beginning of Aries season, beginning of this new year. I really hope that this message, is absorbed through your heart and in your soul, and then I hope that this truth for you is revealed in a way that allows you to make the necessary changes if there are changes need to be made, okay? By being honest with yourself, the way that you feel that others should be honest with you, you need to be honest with yourself first, and when you're not. And for those of you who have been doing the work, hard work, allow yourself to shine that with the work that you do, okay? You know your truth. You know why you're here. So embrace that. Embrace that truth. Embrace it. Okay, be in gratitude with the gifts that God has given you. Okay, God gives us our gifts for a reason. God knows why we are born, where we are born. And I understand there's a lot of spiritual bypassing that's out there, but this is why it's necessary to be honest with ourselves. Okay? That is why it's necessary to face our shadows and not demonize them, but be aware of them and be aware where there is necessary change that needs to take place if there is, but also embrace your light. If you have been doing the work, be grateful to yourself as well. If you've been doing the hard work and have been working hard, shine your light. It's time. Okay? You are a leader, and in that responsibility also comes its rewards, of course. Alright? So happy Aries season, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, please check my description below. I should have a link. Alright? I will be offering different types of readings now. I am trying to I'm going through the same things as you guys, so I'm shifting my energy with the flow, with the same as you guys, with the new season, the new year. Okay, so I'm really anchoring in my soul's truth. Okay, I'm there with you guys. All right, so if you guys are interested in my new readings that I'll be offering, please stay, watching my channel. I should have them up soon. Okay, right now I'm gonna enjoy my vacation. Maybe I'll make another little tiny video reading for you guys somewhere out there in nature, because it's beautiful here where I'm at. But if not, I love you guys, and I'll probably add a clip here somewhere afterwards of me out there in nature, or just of nature itself. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Have a happy, beautiful Aries season, and happy birthday to you. So much love and healing and gratitude for everyone that watches my channel and has subscribed. I adore you guys. I love you guys, and sending love to everyone who watches my videos, with whoever you are, no matter your intentions. I hope that your heart heals, or I hope that you go into a better space, okay, than you are now if you're hurting. All right, just understand that a lot of the times we are stuck in a dark space, it's because we're hurting and we're not allowing ourselves to really face that hurt and what it may mean to us. Anyways, just a little thought. Alright. We used to talk every day. We used to talk for hours on end. And now, oh, I know